Once upon a life, light years away in an ever-bright planet called Light, a gentle luminous land with neither darkness nor night, a land where core was wide, every creature was calm and mild, and everything was just right. Theo cared the paradoxical plight. Death fell in love with life. Life was a mathematician. She could calculate any equation. A whole square number shared a perfect round figure. Her sexy lips were attractively sensational. Her shiny black hair was extraterrestrial. Her blue hypnotic eyes were magical. Her smooth skin was supernatural. Intensely and mathematically attractive, nothing about her was meager. Life, I love you, Death whispered. Life's blue eyes immediately glittered. Her whole body nervously jittered. She thought she wanted to reject him and throw him away like litter, but she knew she would regret it later. She also knew deep down that she loved him and she wanted to tell him, "I love you too, mister." She then said in a bitter whisper, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Life, I love you with all my depth. Death muttered. Well, Death, I love you too with all my life. Life finally started. The most romantic couple ever. They were always together. They vowed to die for each other. Their love flowed like a river. It was always sweet and never bitter. Death was a mad scientist and a professor. His brain as sharp as a razor. He could tease back any brain teaser. They spent their time solving math equations and solving science problems. One day they were busy with their experimentation, mixing their chemicals in accurate estimation. They added a few drops of a golden potion and then stared at the colorful solution in hopeful anticipation. Then there was a massive explosion. Thick black smoke rose into action and chopped Death to suffocation. "I can't breathe," Death said in desperation. Life was terrified. She screamed and tried to help, but Death died. Terrified, Life calculated the shortest trajectory to the nearest planet. She found it, a planet filled with darkness and suffering, a planet where there was no life, lifeless matter, lifeless borders, lifeless objects is all there was. A planet called Earth. She then fled to this planet. Out of immense pity, she decided to sacrifice her own life for the lifeless objects, the lifeless matter, and everything else that was on the planet. She divided herself into infinitely fine particles which she integrated into the bodies of all these lifeless bodies, lifeless objects, lifeless matter. Meanwhile, the effects of the smoke that had choked Death subsided, and he recovered. He had just resurrected, but he felt incomplete without the love of his life. He embarked on a quest to discover life. He traveled north, east, west, south. He traveled to many planets until he found her on planet Earth, dead and integrated within the bodies of living beings. Furious, he thought that these living beings had killed her. From that day onwards, he rapaciously destroys, mercilessly dissects, and sometimes innocently kills, to recover the fine particles that once made the love of his life, so that he can perform one more experiment to resurrect his life, the love of his life, death and life.